I've been starting the meditations with 4 questions. So this, if you have a pen and paper, you're welcome to write some thoughts down that come up for you, but you don't have to. You can just sit quietly with your thoughts and see what comes up for these. So I'm going to ask each question and just give you a minute or two or a few moments to see what arises for each one. And these are each to help elicit some themes related to the Knight of Pentacles. So the first is, where in your life do you feel the most secure? Where in your life do you feel the most secure? The next is, what approach do you take towards something you want to make happen in the future? What approach do you take towards something that you would like to make happen in the future? The next is, what plan are you making or enacting right now? What plan are you making or enacting right now? And finally, when was the time you took action too quickly? When was the time you took action too quickly? When you're ready, just allow your body to settle into any position that feels natural to you. Make sure that you're comfortable where you are so that you can be fully present throughout this meditation. Know that anytime your instinct tells you you need to move or to adjust yourself, you're welcome to do that. You're invited above all just to trust your own instincts. Just give yourself a few moments to enjoy a few easy breaths. This could mean simply bringing your attention to the movement that your breath is currently taking. Or really just giving yourself maybe the first moment of the day to just take a good deep breath, maybe even a yawn or a big sigh. And as you breathe, simply become aware of your presence right here in this space right now. In the room where you sit here on planet Earth. You can bring your gaze slightly to the image of the Knight of Pentacles from your tarot deck. Or you can just imagine this image in your mind if you prefer. And just take a few moments to notice how this image makes you feel. Does it elicit any type of memory? What in general is its energy? Well, the suit of Pentacles relates to the element of earth. The element of earth relates to money, to things, especially your possessions, and to your own physical body and to the environment that you are in, and the environment of the earth. In our bodies, the element of earth is related to the lower chakras. You might help to connect with this energy just by simply taking a walk or taking a dance that involves moving your feet around the room. Anything that might help you to feel present and connected to the earth and to the present moment. This month, we have been exploring the Knights of the Tarot through the lens of action. And looking at their connections, especially to the Chariot card of the Major Arcana. And well, the Chariot card is thought of as a card of action. It actually holds a lot in common, at least the Rider-Waite image holds a lot in common with this Knight of Pentacles, which tends to be very still and it's not actually going anywhere. Even though we can see this potential of action is there. Traditionally, a knight is depicted wearing a helmet and seated on a horse. And the role of the knight is to focus, to zero in and focus on something and to commit to that thing and to take action in matters related to its suit. Therefore, the Knight of Pentacles is committed to establishing security on the physical plane. And this is the slowest of the knights. It stops to make a plan. The Knight of Pentacles excels at establishing and sticking to a routine in order to reach its goal. The energy of this knight might manifest as a workaholic who works, and keeps doing the same thing over and over again, or it might manifest as a perfectionist who plans and plans and plans and plans and never actually takes the first step. We want to find that balance between those two extremes of this archetype can move towards. The knight is generally depicted on a plane in an environment where he appears to be looking for the best place to plant his seed. So just tuning in again to the environment where you are right now. This is your field, your environment where your seeds get planted. Just take some time to become aware of the sounds, the colors, shapes, and the movement that happens in this space around you now. Now tuning into your own body and all of its sensations. Bring your attention to the position you are holding yourself in. Whether you're sitting or standing or lying down or even moving. And if one of those things sounds appealing and you're not doing it right now, feel free to change the position you're taking. See if you can sense the pull of gravity, attracting your body to the earth where it is right now. And notice that a lot of the work of being here is being assisted just by the act of gravity, keeping you from floating away. And see if you can allow yourself to relax into that you do not need to make maybe as much effort as you might be making to be here. Perhaps allowing another inhalation and exhalation with that feeling of connection to the earth through gravity. If you can relax into the knowledge that wherever you are, whatever position you're in, the earth is supporting you. Now bring your attention to the edges of the space that you're in. Become aware of where the wall is behind you, in front of you, behind you, to either side. Just notice the shape that you cut into this space. And know that this space too is supporting your being here in this space. And see if you can relax into the idea that the air is nourishing you. With every breath you take, it is sustaining your life and your growth. If it feels good, you can even play with the shape that you're making in this space that you're in. You can engage with this space. You can move your arms, or just by allowing your posture to tilt or to experiment, or even taking some stretches. Anything that feels good allows you to connect with this space, this environment that sustains you. And if it feels good, you can bring your hand to your heart and take a moment to connect there with the space inside of you, with everything that moves, that organ, essential organ that pumps your blood and keeps you going without any effort of your own. See if you can relax into that, the fact that your body keeps, your engine keeps going on its own. Even your breath continues. And you're not even thinking about it. And it's there, your breath, your heartbeat, to tune into at any time. And it can help to feel that connection to your heart when you want to, when you're searching for any insight, especially where to plant your seed. So again, this is your environment. This is your field that you're in right now. Just allow yourself to tune in and see if any wisdom arises about what seeds you need to be planting right now. Maybe about the seeds that you have planted. Maybe there's something you need to know about the waiting process, what happens after you planted your seed. It hasn't sprouted yet. And you can bring your gaze to the Knight of Pentacles too and see if this image brings any insight into this question. Have you been working too hard? Going at the same old thing. So as you might need to stop and make a plan. Or if you've been planning, and maybe it's time to take a step. See if you can find that wisdom within yourself with the guidance of this archetype of the Knight of Pentacles. Whatever planet is you have in place, whatever seed you were thinking about planting or you know you already have planted, see if you can just imagine it. Actually, bring your attention to how you imagine it. What would that seed look like? If you could have it on the table in front of you or in your lap or in your palm of your hand, what would that seed look like? If you've got an image of that in your head, see if you can allow yourself to just imagine what it looks like as it begins to sprout. Just as the shell of that seed begins to crack, what does that look like? How does it begin to change? Can you imagine it growing large enough to fill the palm of your hand. Can you imagine it growing large enough to overshadow you, so that is taller than you are, and you need to look up at it. Can you imagine the potential, the dream of this seed that you hold? Can you imagine it filling the room, expanding beyond these walls to make a mark out in the world? Before we begin to transition out of this meditation, just take a few moments to notice what this feels like. What this will feel like to have your seed grow and to manifest what you're desiring, what you're planning. And take a moment to think of any insights at all, even any feeling, or any thought that arose during this meditation that you might want to take with you. Just take a moment to reflect on that, so that you can remember later. And when you're ready, just begin to feel your sense of presence now and here in this time and place. Remember your connection to yourself, this environment. Remembering the support of the earth, the spaciousness that surrounds you. Start to open up to your environment once again, right here where you are. Take a few easy breaths and just let your body begin to move. Just allow yourself to take as long as you need to transition into the next moments of your day.